MNL48 being the official sister group of the Japanese idol phenomenon, AKB48 adheres to the Japanese kawaii culture, and kawaii is the Japanese culture of cuteness. Though MNL48 had a challenging start in introducing their genre and brand to the Filipino, it finally gained the momentum from their usual kawaii image. MNL48 Gabb's appointment to be the center of high tension was like a breath of fresh air for MNL48, and that is what we are going to talk about today. Since MNL48 first generation got off the ground and debut in 2018, the singles that they've released strongly resemble their parent group AKB48. The choice of singles, uniform, and the way the whole group was presented all together very much mirrors AKB48's kawaii image. But beginning the fifth single, MNL48 made a 180-degree turn from the cute image, shifting to the edgy, badass feels. High-tension center Gabriel Iskrabikin, simply known as MNL48 Gabb, flexes a badass girl crush look that lured a lot of old and new fans with her visuals. Gabb may not have started strong at the early part of the audition on its showtime, but halfway through the competition, Gabb eventually gained the momentum. She has been included in the weekly top 10 aspirants during those days, and that was attained by constant campaigning plus evaluation from the judges, staff, and the management. And then came MNL48's first general elections, and Gabb landed at rank number 10. Gabb can be regarded as one of MNL48's most noticeable members and often included in the Senbatsu. It's only in 365 araw ng eroplanong papel that she was not included in the Senbatsu. If you have been following MNL48 since its formation days, then you may have known of this already, but if you are new, MNL48 Gabb has hearing disability and only one of her ears can hear, but it didn't stop her from pursuing her dreams to be an idol. So if you have dreams but you seem to struggle to achieve them, yet your body is completely functional, then tell me your excuses. Gabb did it, you can do it. And despite that disabilities, Gabb can practically function just like any normal people.
Gusto kong patunayan sa inyo lahat na kahit may kapansanan lang sa pandinig ay hindi ito magiging hadlang sa aking pangarap. Sa halip, magiging inspirasyon ako sa lahat.
In 2019, MNL48 Gabb was one of the representatives of MNL48 that was sent to Bangkok, Thailand for AKB48 Group Asia Festival in 2019, and that was the first time that it happened in the history of AKB48 Group family. And with that being said, it was also Gabb's first international exposure. MNL48 has earned praises from international fans on both Asia Fest in Bangkok and Shanghai. When MNL48 first generation started in 2018 and had some appearances on TV, while they have a fan base that was starting to grow, many people can seem to relate to the genre and culture that the group was introducing. And yes, that was the AKB48 group image that is kawaii or cute. And the Philippines is a country that is heavily influenced by the Western pop culture, and because of that, anything that doesn't have a Western touch seems to be unrelatable for Filipinos. And as we all know, MNL48's brand is rooted in the Japanese pop culture that Filipinos who tend to favor Western culture could not relate to. MNL48's music is often profiled as anime soundtrack or theme song, and for some people, they look like a bunch of anime characters dancing and singing all together. Though I cannot blame those people with their observations, because that is what MNL48 is all about. The roots of their genre and culture are from Japan, which is something new for the Filipinos. So if you are someone who listens to a lot of hip-hop and rock, then MNL48's music might not be your cup of tea. And aside from the music, one of the things that most Filipinos could not relate at that time is their kawaii image. Since we are heavily influenced by the Western culture, we Filipinos favor those with edgy and swagger feels. On September 21st of 2019, during MNL48's fourth single Handshake event, a surprise announcement was made in the event, and that was the announcement of MNL48's fifth single Senbatsu. And Senbatsu announcement is always an exciting moment for both MNL48 members and the fans. because by the time that it's being announced, even members themselves do not know who would be called, and to everyone's surprise, it was announced that the center would be Gabb. Gabb herself mentioned that it didn't sink in right away that she is going to be a center, and weeks later, MNL48 released the fifth single song title, which was also going to be the theme song of the upcoming Kostlandia of 2019, and the fifth single was High Tension. MNL48's High Tension music video premiered during MNL48's Valentine Mini Live concert on February 17 of 2020. And MNL48's High Tension music video looks relatively different from their previous music videos that were mostly cute. This time for High Tension, it had a mix of Western swag, Filipino traditional culture, and girl crush looks. High Tension is an example of wasei-eigo, or Japanese-made English expressions that means different from the real English meaning of the word. For English native-speaking countries, high tension means that there is a heated conflict, while for Japanese wasei-eigo, it means a state of high excitement. Gabb has also been a topic in the mainstream showbiz when fans begin to realize that Gabb seems to look like Katniel's daughter from the future. Of course, fan theories are not supposed to be taken seriously, but that is what fans do for fun. Fans say that in some angles, Gabb looks like Catherine Bernardo, while in some angles, she looks like Daniel Padilla. And Gabb was overwhelmed by the comparisons and thankful for all the compliments. And she even said in jest, ma and pa towards Catherine Bernardo and Daniel Padilla. More than being an idol that dances and sings, 2020 has been very generous to Gabb as she receives her first acting project. Gabb, together with MNL48 Sheki and Celas, starred in an episode of a legal drama show, Ipaglaban Mo. It was the first time for the three of them, but fans were satisfied with how they delivered the role. Beginning High Tension era when Gabb adapted the ikemen or good-looking man looks that made her look pretty and at the same time handsome. And the change seems to work well in her favor and lured more new fans. And aside from that, Gabb is also one of the members with the most followers on TikTok. Just as when Gabb thought her shot to spotlight is done after being center of High Tension, but it didn't stop from there. Gabb was again chosen to be the center of another single, and that time around it's for River, the single that many fans have been waiting for MNL48 to have, and she is paired with a double center, MNL48 Abby. After months of delay because of the global pandemic, MNL48 River music video premiered on November 27th of 2020. Similar to High Tension, MNL48 kept the badass girl crush concept that lured more new fans. Even their official YouTube channel subscribers surged higher. Despite the complicated situation brought by the global pandemic, the teams behind the production of River music video were able to pull up a great music video. River received a lot of positive comments from fans and non-fans alike. River being AKB48's legendary single, fans have high expectations with the MNL48 version, and when it was released, fans were amazed at the result. Gabb still slays with her visuals, and for this single, she is paired with MNL48 Abby. MNL48 River was a collaboration project of Halo Halo Entertainment and some teams from ABS-CBN such as Star Hunt Management, CDG, and TVDG. River era has been an era of deserved exposure for MNL48, and River era brought more TV appearances for them. They have been seen on TV more often, and with Gabb and Abby spearheading the group. And Gabb being at the forefront of the group performances, Gabb and Abby enjoyed the benefit of being the first to be noticed, especially by the new fans. Some of the highlights of the River era were their performance on the launching of Pinoy Big Brother and ABS-CBN Christmas concert, P-Pop Rise. And they also had a collaboration performance together with one of the Philippines' living legends, Mr. Pure Energy, Gary Valenciano. And on February 20th of 2021, the day that everyone has been waiting for was the MNL48 third general elections. After nearly a year of being delayed and rescheduled many times, Because of the developing situation brought by the global pandemic, COVID-19, general elections finally happened. Gabb landed at rank number 10, and that was the same rank she earned during the MNL48's first general elections. And there is nothing bad about it, for as long as she is included in the Senbatsu, her fans will be happy. Gabb will remain MNL48's one of the frontline members along with other girls in the upcoming 7th single, which at the time of the filming of this video is yet to be announced. And that's all I have for you guys in this video, and I hope you learned a lot of things about MNL48 Gabb, especially if you are an MNL48 Gabb Kamiyoshi. And if you would like to see future contents just like this one, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you stayed till the end of this video, I appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy, friends.